see Daybreakers today. Well, I got to the store and it was in. I rented it. Good fucking movie. Most people will see this will know the plot, but I'll go a little bit into it. It's like vampires are the majority and humans are the minority. You know, the trailer basically explains that. It doesn't explain that they're in the minority of, like, the movie I believe says like 5% of humanity is left, and vampires are you know, the majority. So Ethan Hawke plays this character Edward, who works for this company. I don't remember the name of the company, but you know, the boss of the company, the corporate leader, is played by Sam Neill. And they're looking for like synthetic blood, like a blood replacement or whatever, because the human race is pretty much extinct. So yeah, it's all screwed up. Things are looking bad for the vampires. Anyone who's seen the trailer knows that if a vampire gets blood deprived for so many days, it turns into this crazed killing machine. You know, it's all bald and extremely ghoulish looking and stuff. So they're looking to prevent, you know, the vampire race from becoming extinct, because the human race is now so extinct that they're running out of food. So Ethan Hawke's character is like a hematologist or whatever, and he's looking to make synthetic blood. He's got a lab and stuff. Sam Neill plays, you know, the boss of this corporation. It's like a company, like a big corporation company, and so they're looking for the you know, to make synthetic blood and stuff. Well, events happen in the film, and Ethan Hawke's character finds out there's some actual humans who aren't like enslaved, you know, being like servers for food, basically. And he goes with them because some events in the film kind of force him to. But he sympathizes for the human race. You know, because the way he turned into a vampire, I don't want to give too much away. The way he turned into a vampire was he didn't want to become a vampire, and you know, his character was sympathetic to the humans. So anyway, he ends up with this group of, you know, this very small group of like humans who are like, and they make like this resistance. And Willem Dafoe was the leader of the little group of humans, but everything they tried to do, they kept getting busted, because, you know, since the vampires are the majority now, you know, there's like, you know, cops and stuff. You know, everything is ruled, everything is government controlled, so it's difficult for this little human resistance to do anything without getting caught. And it was a very good vampire film. More of an action film, really, than a straight-out horror film. But some other things that happened, there was like a few side plots that connected together and stuff that made it very well written, and it was very well directed. And wow, I was like, I knew I kind of was gonna like it. I don't know why, but it was an extremely good movie. The government thing, like the corporation thing with Sam Neill being, you know, the boss. They were just like controlling how humans were being harvested for blood and stuff, and they had squad teams out, like SWAT teams or cops or whatever, going out and searching for humans, because there were very few left in civilization, and Ethan Hawke's character happened to hook up some. And so it was like, you know, Ethan Hawke's character was doing his thing, seen the trailer will also know about this. If people get like if they don't get blood, like if vampires don't get their feedings or whatever, if they don't get blood, they turn into like monsters basically. And then that happens in the film. It's like since the human civilization got so small and they were harvesting for blood, but they knew they were running out and stuff. And that did happen, so they had to like raise the price because they were actually selling blood. Like, you know, a vampire could like go into like a Starbucks. Well, the movie doesn't say Starbucks, but you could go into a coffee shop and get like a double espresso with, you know, a few ounces of blood. You know, because they had replaced the human species, so of course they had, you know, they were walking. They had jobs and stuff, you know. But then the blood supply became so low, and all this stuff happened, and the government was trying to control it, so they raised the price of blood, which led to another problem. Like the lower class citizens and like the homeless people couldn't afford blood, so they were turning into those monsters when they had the blood deprivation going. You know, they would turn into these creatures. So then the government had another issue with facing that. And all the time this is going on, there's the side story of Ethan Hawke's character doing what he's doing with the human resistance. And they found out some stuff, and they were like, we can do this. They found what they could do, which actually was a cure. Kind of going into spoiler territory there, but I'm not going to say much more about it. So he finds a cure, so he goes back to like San Diego. He goes back to the corporation that he ran away from. He's like, look, we can cure everyone. We can, you know, it doesn't have to be. But of course, in his absence, the corporation had found their blood substitute. And so the rest of the movie went into, it's dealt with the two factions. The little bit of human resistance and the government vampires. Amazingly well told story through some twists into the whole vampire genre, and just, extremely well written story. There's some subplots I won't talk about. I already said enough saying that there was a cure found. Great movie. More of an action type movie, or even drama in a way, with some of the subplots than a horror film. But extremely well written, extremely well directed. The acting from everyone was just top notch. And anyone who worries about it not being a horror film, because it's more of an action movie really. It also has some sci-fi elements because it's set in like 2019, which really isn't too far away.